Hello and welcome to an intimate moment with Pastor Landers. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so excited to have this time with you this afternoon. I'm going to share with you just a few moments of some things that are on my heart. And one of the things that I want to share with you is the word intentionality. We're going to discuss this word for the next few minutes and what it means to us and how we should apply it and use it in our life. It's very, very near and dear to me, this subject called growth. If we want growth to happen in our life, we have to be intentional. See, we all start out the new year saying Happy New Year to one another and believing that the new year that we embark on is going to be different than the past. That is always our hopes, our desires, and prayerfully our dreams, that the new year that we embark on is going to be greater, more beneficial, better than the last and the previous years that we currently have an opportunity to live through. And so I want to encourage you to hear this word, intentionality. This is how John Maxwell says it in his book. Growth doesn't just happen. Growth doesn't just happen. If we want growth to happen, then we have to be intentional. We have to be able to put our hands to work and be able to do something differently if we want to see growth occur in our life. See, when we're born into this world, we automatically grow with not a lot of effort on our own individual part. Our parents do what they need to do to give us the right nourishments, and we grow from one year to the next. But once we become an adult, our physical growth stops. Once you go through school, you go through grade school, high school, and then on into college. But there comes a time that that part of our life comes to a halt. And if we want to see continual growth, then we have to be intentional. Personal growth is something that we have to put to paper and then put to action. I remember the first chapter in this book that John Maxwell has. His first question in chapter 1 was, do you have a growth plan? If I was to ask that question to you today, what is your growth plan? What are you doing that's intentionally going to get you from where you are today to where you want to be over the next few years? Many times we plan our year out and says that the next year is going to be our best year yet. And I want to decree that over you even now. But what are you doing to make sure that that is in fact going to happen? What plan do you have to follow to make sure that that happens in your life? If you're just saying it and thinking it's going to happen by osmosis, I would suggest to you that you are flawlessly prepared for a change in your life. You have to be intentional. You have to have a plan that you're going to execute. And it has to be a plan within reason. Some lofty idea, some pie in the sky dream can't happen just because you dream it. You have to have something in place. And I want to encourage you to take the time to write down what it is that you want to achieve in your own personal life, what you want to see as a growth measure in your own life. Where do you want to be at the end of 2022 going in 2023? How do you want your 2024 to look? Some of you even saying right now, I don't even know how my tomorrow is going to look. You're talking about a year or two from now. Well, I can assure you, if you don't put a plan together, you can't be surprised when you end up nowhere. If you plan to go nowhere, then you can end up being in that place of nowhere tomorrow. You can end up being in that place of nowhere at the end of 2022. If you don't plan to go to another level, to another destination, to another height in your life, then you will stick and be stuck in the place that you are. I also heard it quoted this way: the difference between a grave and a rut is its distance. Are you stuck in a rut? Or are you simply burying yourself in a grave? Either way, it's time to come out of it. Let's look at it this way. If you want to be different, if you want to be better, if you want to do things in a more excellent way in 2022, than you have in the past, then put together your plan. Put together your plan that's reasonable, that's executable by you, and then let God do the rest with you and for you. I want to encourage you to put your plan together and then find ways to execute different parts of your plan that is reasonable and obtainable by you, and do this on a continual basis. Make it a lifestyle to grow. Oprah Winfrey said it this way: if you're not growing, then we are dying. God has created us, all of us, to grow. His word declares that I give you life and life more abundantly. That's why he sent his son, to give us life and life more abundantly. If we want to grow, then we have to be intentional, and we have to live our life in a way that's going to give him glory and exalt him and not ourselves. So in this year, as you're planning out your new 2022 plan, if you haven't done it already, be intentional about it. Think about where it is that you want to be, and then work your plan to get there. Start to where you think you're going to end, and then come back and start putting the steps necessary to achieve it. Here at Intimate Moments Ministry, we meet every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Elder Hardy talks in an enormous amount about how you can get from where you are in your spirit to where you want to be with God. In other words, it's called a closer walk with him. And it's him is God. It's a closer walk with God the Father. I want to encourage you, if you're wanting to get a closer walk with him in your spiritual life, tune in every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Zoom. You can go to our website, intimatemomentsministry.com, and you can find out more about that channel. But for your own personal life and your personal growth, your personal development, I want to encourage you, every Sunday, we're going to have this time of intimacy where we discuss different things to help you grow as a person, help you grow as an individual, help you grow to be stronger and better than you are today. Now, I'm not declaring that there's anything wrong with you right now, but all of us should want to aspire to grow. All of us should want to aspire to be better than we are right now. And that's not a sign of arrogance. That's not a sign of cockiness. That's just simply saying God has created us to grow. He created us to always achieve, to always be abounding. Okay, so I want us to understand that there's nothing wrong with growing. As a matter of fact, there's the right thing to do is to continue to grow. So as I end this session of intimacy with you, I want to encourage you to remember, be intentional. If you want to see things different in your life in 2022, then you need to be intentional about it. My name is Pastor Landers. I've enjoyed this time with you. I hope you've done the same. I'll see you the same time next week, right here, with another word to encourage you. Thank you and goodbye.